As the ancient seer Nostradamus foresaw, troubling times have arrived, instilling fear in many. Soon a new pope will succeed the current one, while a deadly virus, dormant for 40,000 years, will awaken, claiming countless lives. The death toll may surpass 100,000, rendering vast regions uninhabitable. The inhabitants of these areas will face severe food shortages, forcing them to ration meticulously and endure a famine so severe that cannibalism may emerge. Even more catastrophic climate disasters will occur. A colossal force will drive the seas into cities, unleashing devastating tsunamis that will obliterate homes and result in substantial loss of life. A maritime blaze, plague, enslavement, and a celestial stone falling to earth, followed by a great fire, will complete this apocalyptic vision. When the sun's rays touch the shining sea, the fish of the Black Sea will nearly boil alive. A mighty terror will descend from the heavens. The king of the islands will abdicate, and after 7 months of a brutal war, many will perish due to malevolent actions. This is the consequence of humanity's hubris, as they create beings in their image that are not of flesh and blood, leading to their domination of the world. Michel de Nostradamus, known as Nostradamus, was born in France in 1503. A remarkable figure of his era, he gained renown as a seer, doctor, and astrologer in the 16th century. His astonishing predictions have cemented his legacy for centuries. His prophecies, which are often startling, frightening, and mysterious, have captivated many. Nostradamus compiled his predictions in an enigmatic book called Le Prophecy, published in 1555, which contains hundreds of prophecies that continue to intrigue people today. Today we delve into 20 of Nostradamus' predictions that might soon come true. If you enjoy this kind of content and haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button below the video. These signs will help you understand the challenging times we are living in, as many do not recognize the prophecies being fulfilled around the world. Prediction number 20. Nostradamus envisioned a future plagued by dry, barren lands, dramatic floods, pestilence, famine, tsunamis, and more. He foresaw arid regions becoming even drier and catastrophic floods occurring. Although he did not specify the exact locations, he provided more details about the devastating tsunamis. He warned of a great famine caused by waves of plagues, possibly interpreted as tsunamis destroying agriculture, leading to disease and widespread hunger. Given the accuracy of his previous predictions, it is plausible that we will face even more destructive climate events. Prediction number 19. Nostradamus also foresaw alarming developments in technology and warfare. He predicted a world where advanced weapons and cyber attacks would cause chaos and plunge nations into turmoil. Such events could lead to a conflict between humans and machines, creating a frightening future scenario. Though these predictions have not yet materialized, they serve as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of unchecked technological progress. With rapid technological advancements, it is vital to heed these warnings and proceed with caution. Prediction number 18. One of the most unpredictable natural disasters is an earthquake, which can range from minor tremors to a colossal force pushing the oceans towards cities. Nostradamus predicted a cataclysmic earthquake off the coast of Japan that would trigger a devastating tsunami, destroying homes and resulting in the loss of many lives. Japan's meteorological agency reports frequent earthquakes in the region, with some reaching magnitudes of 7.6 and waves sometimes tens of meters high. Recent earthquake and tsunami warnings issued by authorities reflect the possible accuracy of Nostradamus' prediction about this event. Prediction number 17. In recent years, China's growing global influence has raised concerns among geopolitical experts. China's rise as a world power has led many to speculate about the possibility of a confrontation. Such speculation is fueled by the history of Chinese military power in regions such as the South China Sea and Taiwan, often demonstrating a growing influence on the world. China's rise as a world power has led many to speculate about the possibility of a confrontation. Such speculation is fueled by the history of Chinese military power in regions such as the South China Sea and Taiwan, often demonstrated through its warships. Nostradamus made predictions that resemble this current situation, writing about a battle and a naval conflict, indicating the possibility of military confrontations at sea. Nostradamus described a scenario where the red opponent, a reference to communist China, would turn pale with fear, instilling terror in the Great Ocean, possibly referring to the Indian Ocean. Prediction number 16. In the field of psychic predictions, Nostradamus stated that humans would have the opportunity to make contact with extraterrestrial beings. However, contrary to popular fears of a frightening invasion, he suggested that this contact will happen through encrypted signals picked up by a network of telescopes, indicating a potentially peaceful form of communication. The idea of communicating with extraterrestrial beings has always fascinated the human imagination, and advances in technology can bring us closer to this possibility. Communicating with beings from other planets could bring us new knowledge about science, technology, and even philosophical questions about life beyond Earth. However, this interaction could also trigger a galactic war, or at least result in an invasion by extraterrestrial beings. Prediction number 15. In one of his predictions, Nostradamus anticipated that, due to age, a pope would be replaced by a younger successor. He wrote that, after the death of a very elderly pontiff, a Roman of good age would take over the role. Furthermore, he warned that this new leader would weaken his position and occupy it for a long period of time. The exact meaning of weaken remains open to interpretation, raising questions about whether the Church's influence will wane or whether a significant scandal could emerge. Pope Francis has recently faced health problems, highlighting the possible need for a successor soon. The interpretation of this prediction is still uncertain, which leaves room for speculation about the actions and impact of the new pope during his term. Prediction 14. Nostradamus made surprising claims about a disaster involving the collision of asteroids. Due to the astrological basis of his 942 poetic quatrains and less prophecies, it is difficult to determine exact dates. However, Nostradamus described a celestial stone that would fall to the earth, followed by a great fire. Some interpret this fire as a reference to a climate disaster, such as a devastating forest fire. Nostradamus is not the only one to suggest the possibility of an asteroid hitting Earth. Craig Hamilton Parker, known as the new Nostradamus, also spoke about the dangers of such an event. However, Parker believes that although the threat of an impact exists, it does not necessarily mean the end of the world. Prediction number 13. Nostradamus predicted that humanity would be struck by several diseases. He mentioned a great calamity that would affect America, Lombardy, and Italy. The excerpt also talks about a ship fire, the plague, captivity, and the specific astrological positions of Mercury in Sagittarius and Saturn as a warning. The references to plague and captivity align with the current global situation, but other elements of the text also appear to correlate. Interestingly, Mercury's entry into Sagittarius in December 2019 coincided with the first outbreak of the pandemic, while Saturn's transition into Aquarius coincided with New York City's lockdown in March. However, the prediction may cover an event that is yet to come. Nostradamus also talked about a deadly virus that had been latent for 40,000 years and that, with the melting of glaciers, would be released, causing widespread deaths. Prediction number 12. Nostradamus predicted a global economic disaster. In one of his quatrains, he wrote that the price of wheat would rise so much that man would resort to cannibalism. Indeed, the world faces regular economic challenges. The cost of living crisis puts pressure on individuals and families, making it difficult for some to cover even their basic needs. Nostradamus' description of people resorting to cannibalism due to the high price of wheat seems unlikely in the current context. But it is a reminder of how frightening the thought of great economic upheaval can be. Prediction number 11. Recent claims suggest that Nostradamus predicted a catastrophic volcanic eruption in Yellowstone. His predictions collected in the bookless prophecies fascinate theorists who dedicate time to interpret and analyze his writings. According to these theorists, Nostradamus foresaw a devastating event with volcanic fire and a worldwide earthquake that would occur in the new city. Nostradamus followers believe that his verses mention a massive earthquake that would specifically affect the western area of the new city, with global repercussions. In the event that Yellowstone experiences a volcanic eruption, it is suggested that sulfur dioxide emissions could pose a significant threat. Furthermore, more than 100,000 people could lose their lives, and large parts of the United States would become uninhabitable. Before continuing the video, an important message: don't forget to get your copy of our book. It's in the first pinned comment on this video. Prediction number 10. In February 2024, Buckingham Palace announced that British King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer. The 75-year-old monarch would temporarily step away from his public duties to undergo treatment. Nostradamus' predictions have come to the fore again, especially with regard to possible unrest within the royal family. According to Nostradamus, it was predicted that the king could abdicate and that Prince Harry could ascend to the throne. He wrote that the king of the islands would be forced to abdicate and would be replaced by someone who did not possess the typical qualities of a monarch. Mario Reading, a British author who has extensively studied Nostradamus' predictions, also pointed to this possibility. It is worth noting that Nostradamus made several predictions about British royalty that turned out to be accurate, including the unexpected death of Queen Elizabeth in 2022. Prediction number 9. Nostradamus predicted the arrival of major environmental shocks that would capture humanity's attention. In one of his writings, he sketches a vision of immense destruction, where the intensity of the sun would scorch the surface of the sea and the living fish of the Black Sea would almost cook themselves. The cities of Rhodes and Genoa would be described as half-starved, watching as the local population cut back on their own rations to survive. These cryptic verses paint a vivid picture of a catastrophic event, highlighting the intensification of global warming and its devastating consequences on both the environment and human societies. The phrase "live fish almost cook themselves" is pretty straightforward. Prediction number 8. Nostradamus suggested that through scientific progress and the development of mechanical organs, the human lifespan could be significantly extended, reaching 150 to 170 years. As we continue to advance scientifically and technologically, it seems possible that human lifespans could be extended through medical advances and innovative approaches to healthcare. However, the specific details and actual results of these developments remain to be seen. Analysts point to the potential of genome sequencers, high-tech companies, and biotechnology to bring unprecedented improvements to the quality and length of human lives. Prediction number 7. Nostradamus also seemed to make predictions about the end of the world with remarkable accuracy. In his writings, he declared that in the year 1999, 7 months later, a great king of terror would come from heaven. This would be the rebirth of the great king of Anguilum. And before and after this, Mars would reign at will. Many people suggest that Nostradamus was referring to the king of terror as the Antichrist. Some argued that the term Anguilum indicated an imminent invasion of Europe from the east, possibly by Russians, Chinese, or descendants of Genghis Khan. The concern generated by Nostradamus' predictions was so alarming that Professor Alexander Tolman, a well-known expert on Nostradamus, took refuge in his bunker in Lower Austria in anticipation of a catastrophic event that never occurred. Prediction number 6. Nostradamus predicted a famine so terrible and violent that people would resort to cannibalism. He wrote that the price of wheat would rise so much that man would resort to cannibalism, indicating the serious consequences of exploding food prices and possible social unrest. The mention that Rhodes and Genoa would be half-starved implies a severe food shortage, forcing desperate people to resort to extreme measures to survive. In the current context, many countries, such as the United States, have experienced their highest inflation rates in 4 decades, which makes Nostradamus' warning even more relevant. He warns us about the potential for great unrest and the possibility that people will turn against each other in astonishing ways. Prediction number 5. Nostradamus remarkably predicted heavenly fire upon a real structure. Some interpret this as the emergence of a new world order from the ashes of civilization. Followers of Nostradamus believe this could mean the end of times or the beginning of a transformative global paradigm. Interpretations of this prediction vary, and enthusiasts suggest a range of possibilities. Some believe this could refer to a meteorite hitting Buckingham Palace, while others speculate about a fire that engulfed a royal residence. Although these events have not yet occurred, growing efforts in space exploration, such as Elon Musk advancing the colonization of Mars, suggest that the arrival of humans on the Red Planet and possible future disasters are in line with Nostradamus' prediction. Prediction number 4. This is what happens when humans try to be gods, creating other beings in our image that are not made of flesh and that come to dominate the world. Under the light of the full moon on a high mountain, a new sage with a solitary brain observes this phenomenon. Invited by his disciples to become immortal with his eyes facing the south, his hands on his chest, and his body consumed by fire. This scene described by Nostradamus suggests the rise of artificial intelligence and its possible implications. As AI systems become more sophisticated and begin to gain consciousness, there is a warning that one of them could become self-aware and potentially take control of our interconnected systems. This enigmatic vision suggests a global uprising of technology, where AI transcends predicted limits and acquires consciousness or autonomy, leading to widespread disruption and presenting significant challenges for humanity to overcome. Prediction number 3. In his 16th century text, Prophecies, Nostradamus made a prediction about a significant event in our history. Light falls on Mars. One possible interpretation of this prophecy is that humans will finally reach the milestone of setting foot on the Red Planet. Elon Musk had previously stated that space flights to Mars could be possible by 2029 and considered this crucial for humanity's survival, highlighting several external threats that could lead to the end of human civilization, such as giant meteorites, supervolcanoes, extreme climate change, or the Third World War. Interestingly, in July 2022, 2 California-based companies, Relativity Space and Impulse Space, announced their collaboration to launch the first commercial mission to Mars ahead of the year anticipated by SpaceX. Whether it's Relativity Space, Impulse Space, or SpaceX that gets to Mars first, there's a sense of foreboding surrounding Nostradamus' prediction. Its followers believe that the mention of light falling on Mars could indicate possible explosions potentially caused by spacecraft accidents during the mission. Prediction number 2. More than half a millennium ago, Nostradamus already predicted that scientific advances could significantly extend human life, imagining a future where people could even become immortal. He believed that this increase in life expectancy would be possible due to the development of mechanical organs. Even though some people doubt it, it is important to remember that Nostradamus had experience in medicine before he became famous. He began his career as an apothecary during the Renaissance, where he offered various remedies that met with varying levels of success. In time, he turned to medicine and became a doctor in the 16th century. At that time, doctors in training needed to study various subjects, including astrology, which, despite being considered a pseudoscience today, was valued as it was believed that celestial bodies such as stars and planets influence human life, including health. Therefore, knowing how to interpret astrological charts and horoscopes is essential for doctors when evaluating and treating patients. Prediction number 1. And who would be more appropriate to bring about the end of the world than the Antichrist himself? According to Nostradamus, the Antichrist is often seen as a symbol of absolute evil and is expected to play a crucial role in the final events or in the decisive battle between good and evil. Nostradamus discussed the Antichrist in his prophecies, including the emergence of this being and a long war that would last 27 years. In their visions, the concept of Antichrist refers more to warlike leaders of large nations whose decisions resulted in the deaths of innocent people than to a specific satanic entity opposed to Jesus Christ. Interpretations of Nostradamus' prophecies regarding the emergence of the Antichrist are varied, with some suggesting the arrival of a specific individual who would personify the Antichrist, while others point to a broader vision where the Antichrist could represent a group, an ideology, or even a nation. This, my friends, is merely the beginning of a fascinating journey through the annals of time and some of the most impactful predictions ever recorded. As we delve deeper into these ancient prophecies, we uncover layers of meaning and insight that continue to resonate through the ages. If you find this content intriguing and wish to continue following our interpretations and analyses of these prophecies, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you will receive notifications about new videos that further explore the mysterious and surprising predictions of Nostradamus. We have now come to the end of our video, and I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it. If you seek inspiration, knowledge, and a deeper spiritual connection, don't let this opportunity slip by. Subscribe to our channel now. By doing so, you will ensure that you never miss out on any of our future explorations into these enigmatic prophecies. Leave a like and a comment to help strengthen our community. Your engagement and feedback are invaluable to us. Furthermore, if you feel moved to support our mission of sharing religious stories that touch the hearts and minds of people around the world, consider becoming a member of our channel. Your membership will enable us to continue bringing you high-quality content that delves into the unknown, uncovering the secrets of what the future may hold. Join us as we journey into the depths of these ancient predictions, seeking to understand their implications for our modern world. Together, we can explore the vast tapestry of prophecies that Nostradamus left behind, each one offering a glimpse into potential futures and guiding us through the complexities of our times. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.